Hello visuals and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Superhero Wednesday, the day of the week where we like to get right down and nerdy and talk about cool nerdy shit, because this is a nerd's world, but it won't mean nothing without mass production of products that we can spend our money on. Visuals, it is Superhero Wednesday, and usually we like to talk about Lego, Funko Pops, movies, favourite scenes, favourite characters, this and that. And like this and like that and like this and that. Time we're going to do another comic book review, spoiler free as much as I possibly can. And this time we're doing Rick and Morty, Heart of Rickness, part 1 of 4. And straight away visuals, you can probably see that it is one hell of a beautiful cover. Very much inspired by what? Who? Yes, of course, Indiana Jones. And I'm going to say it again, like I always say with these, I adore Rick and Morty comic books. It's very rare. In fact, no, it hasn't happened to date that I don't stumble across a Rick and Morty comic book that I don't thoroughly enjoy. I absolutely love every single. I love it. I think I had a stroke. Absolutely adore every Rick and Morty comic book I come around, and even if I don't, one day I think, oh, that was just boring crap, whatever. I will always appreciate it just because of the artwork. There's something about the Adult Swim, because who actually publishes these? Actually, to this day, never even. Who is it? Omnipress. Whatever, definitely not for kids or cowards. That's what the comic code of authority thing says. Usually it would say this is approved by the comic code authority. The point I was going to try to get to, I will always, I love the artwork that they come for the Rick and Morty comic books, and they always feel slightly different, whatever paper they use, whatever it is. Even the, I know it sounds stupid, I'm starting to go, oh, the sound of a comic book, look at me pushing my glass away with a fucking little, but there's, I don't know, certain comics in your hand feel a certain way, and you go through them, you're like, cool, but like, I sat reading a Rick and Morty comic, it always just looks amazing. I've got my flask of coffee on the go, I'll be sat chilling, there'll be some sort of static noise in the background, and I'll just be having a fucking whale of adventure. Get off my Skittles, I've had to say that in every video. Rick and Morty, Heart of Rickness is another fun, classic, weird, twisted, up and down, spiral, whirlwind of a ride, of an adventure. A typical Rick and Morty adventure where it takes you to crazy places, weird heights, places we don't really expect to go. Kicked off and started off by some stupid, dumb reason with some weird, wacky, goofy comedy mixed inside the middle. It is one of the definitely the most fun reads we had in it, because there's a certain joke in it that I adore. And another great thing about the Rick and Morty comics that I adore is when I'm reading them, it literally is in my head, it's playing an episode, because of course this doesn't take place in an episode, it's its own unique story, but I'm hearing Morty's voice, I'm hearing Summer's voice, I'm hearing Jerry's voice, I'm hearing Rick's voice, and even when creatures and aliens come in that I've not heard of, I'm hearing a weird wacky twist in it that I think the creators of Rick and Morty would, I nearly did a Rick, would go for, and I'm hearing all these, and it literally is just a, in the back of my head, this video playing along with it. Like I said, this comic starts off with a nice little I won't tell you, if you get any of the story from the pictures, I'll let you spoil it that way, but that's, a lot of people probably don't give a shit about spoiling, but it's always better to be safe. But so there's our weird wacky adventure. I will tell you though, the spoilness, it has to do with lovely Summer up there. And that's when it all goes tits up and wow, man. We have a big crazy shootout with great artwork, crazy mobster aliens, people getting splattered and shot in the head, Rick shooting his way out there, giving Summer and Morty like all of the crap that they usually do, just to find Morty sat chilling, watching a bit of pornography. And Rick said, listen, what have I told you about watching all this porn? And someone's like, what the fuck? And then Morty and Summer going at each other. See, when you think of Summer and Morty going at each other, you can hear it in your head yourself, can't you? Like, oh, yeah, Summer, blah, 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 and Morty, well, you're the blah, 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 I'll tell everyone at school this and that, whatnot. And then we get a nice little crash landing sequence because of how they've had to escape. And they land in a weird, I'm so bad at these. In a weird, wacky place where there's another Rick. That's all I'm showing you, that's all I'm telling you though. You can find out the crack with why these Ricks, well, this Rick would want to capture this Rick and disagree with this Rick, and this Morty would disagree and whatnot. You can find out for yourself unless you want a full spoiler. And then at the same time, because Rick's brought the Summer and Morty along with him because Jerry and fucking thingy, Beth, want some time on their own. And then they're like, oh, I wonder actually the kids might return. We find out there's a way to track where they are, and Jerry's like, oh no, we shouldn't really do that. Beth's like, now we're going to do it. It's like, oh, you're very much like your dad. And they go into this weird world where they stumble upon this guy who's like, oh wait, Rick Sanchez, well, you can stay for as long as you want, everything's completely complimentary, everything's on us. And then that's where we leave Jerry and Beth, and we get to one of my most favourite Rick and Morty moments now ever. Is they get chucked into this hole by this other Rick, and we have the most weird, awful, terrible, disgusting monsters. And Morty's a bit like, "Whoa, no!" Rick's like, "Well, why are you worried for, Morty? Maybe in a group these would be a bit thingy, but these things have been down there for ages. They're just literally falling apart." And he quite literally rips one of the arms off one of them, smashes its head off, and they use its intestines to climb out. And it's like, there you go, there's them climbing out intestines. And Rick's like, "See, Morty, I don't understand what the issue is. They're weak and brittle, and they're literally they've probably been decaying for fucking ages." Up, summer's going up, but look if I show you that moment there of Rick lassoing the intestines around, and you can't hear his voice, you can't see it there. Surely you can. It's fucking nuts. And that's when we go on to like, right, okay, Morty's like, "Do we have to continue? Can we not just go no more of this?" And Rick's like, no, let's do this. We're going over there because they spot somewhere they need to go, and where they're gonna carry on with this Heart of Rickness, Indiana Jones adventure, in Rick and Morty Heart of Rickness #2. So visuals, did I even review it? Who comes here? It's so much fun. Like, I really do find hard to dislike a Rick and Morty comic. The comedy from the show's there, the artworks from the show's there, the character dynamics from the show's there, the character relationships and whatnot, which is just the dynamics, is there. Plus some unique, obviously not one-off, but like only exclusive to this particular story artwork, which just looks great. And eventually I'd love to frame all of my Rick and Morty comics and splatter them about somewhere that will just look so dope. But visuals, funny, beautiful, amazing to read, quick, nice, easy read. It's going to be a four-part adventure, which is going to be a really fun four-part adventure. Can't wait to see what happens with this other Rick and this other Morty and what's going to spiral there. Whatever, if we've already seen them weird zombie fucking monsters, what other things can be unveiled from this world that they've crash landed at. What plot can unfold, because the other Rick doesn't like technology, doesn't want to be a slave to technology, whereas our usual Rick loves technology and how it gets them out of jams and whatnot. How's that going to play out? It's a really fun read. It's an amazing read. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna go, "That looks sick. That was great artwork. That was 10 minutes well spent. I've had a coffee. I'm now chilled out with a nice comic book in mind." And away you go. So visuals, spoiler alert, it gets a 10 out of 10. So much fun. But go pick up your copy of Rick and Morty, Heart of Rickness, Part 1, out now. Fuck me, I'm not getting paid to say this at all by anybody. But that sounded like a damn good advert right there. Please feel free to let me know how bad my comic book reviews are on this channel. I don't know why I find it so much easier to do a film review and stuff. When it comes to comics, I'm just like, pictures, pretty great fun. Bye. Just thank you so much for watching. You guys are literally the best. Come back next week where we'll have more whatever the fuck's going on in the world. Come back every day where we have more weird shit going up all the time on the channel. Visuals, thank you for watching. Let's keep being you and keep on web slinging out.